fire is frightening, especially in structures that may be housing the elderly, disabled, college students, or even families. When a fire occurs in a single-family dwelling, it will damage property and often take lives. But when a fire occurs in multi-residential structures, student housing, assisted living facilities, townhouses, and small hotels, the damage can be much more dramatic. An unattended candle burning or cigarette left smoldering can cause a fire in one residence that can affect the lives and property of the many others. Firefighters who risk their lives to save others also deserve to be protected while doing their job. How can we best keep residents in our communities safe? By constructing these multi-residential structures using a concept called balanced design. Balanced design is a threefold approach to fire-safe construction. The first component is containment, with structural walls, floors, and ceilings of masonry and concrete products that provide 2 to 4 hours of protection. The second is detection, with smoke detectors to alert residents to evacuate. And the final component is suppression, using sprinklers to control the fire until the emergency responders arrive on the scene. Each of the three components is very important, but work under different systems. Balanced design offers both an active and a passive method of protection to a structure. Detection and suppression are active systems that require a water source and a mechanical and/or electrical system that may, in some circumstances, fail. Containment with compartmentation is a passive system that does not require anything to activate. Compartmentation with concrete-based products that will never burn and will maintain their structural integrity is a vital part of the equation. If a fire were to start within a given room of compartment of a building, the non-combustible walls, floor, and ceiling would contain the fire by a passive protection measure to allow for firefighters to arrive, or for active protection, such as sprinkler systems, to deploy to extinguish the flames. In this test, a concrete masonry wall was exposed to a hose stream at a pressure of 30 pounds per square inch. Even after 2 hours of furnace exposure at 1,850 degrees Fahrenheit, watch closely. Nothing happens. The wall maintains its structural integrity throughout the test. The exact same test was completed on a wood gypsum wall assembly, and you can see the results. Note how compartmentation within a multi-residential structure is designed by Gan Flack Architects and built by Bowser Construction at Suites at Hershey, a Blue Green Corporation vacation club resort, and located in Hershey, Pennsylvania. The two new buildings, one a 5-story, 55,000 square foot facility, and the other a 4-story, 44,000 square foot facility, provide 30 and 24 two-bedroom living units respectively. The exterior walls were built using load-bearing reinforced concrete masonry units, CMU. The interior partition walls separating each residential unit are 8-inch CMU, which also absorbs sound rather than passing it on to the next unit. Both the exterior and interior CMU walls comply with a 2-hour fire rating. The floors and ceilings are built using an 8-inch hollow core precast concrete plank, which provide a shallow depth to maintain the floor-to-floor heights and, when grouted into place, maintain a 2-hour fire rating. All units have sprinklers installed in case of fire for an active protection measure and were easily installed into the plank to maintain a quick construction time frame. The elevator areas are load-bearing reinforced concrete masonry walls, and the stairs and landings are precast concrete. The schedule for on-site construction was planned for 10 months, and actual completion time was 8 months using this form of construction. Several trades were able to work at various heights and locations within the buildings to maximize the on-site work.
This is a very affordable, economical, it's a fast way to construct. This huge crane is picking up the precast panels that form the floor system of this building. This is all done right at the factory and then delivered to the project. I just want to touch on the safety that you receive by building this way. By having the different compartments, it contains the fire to one compartment, and it's very hard for this to spread with the sprinkler system as the backup.
What is the cost differential between wood stud and gypsum walls and concrete-based products for walls, floors, and ceilings? A cost comparison study was completed October 2005 by John C. Haas Associates, an architectural and engineering firm based out of State College, Pennsylvania. The results of the study show that masonry walls with precast plank floors account for only a 2% increase, and ICF walls with precast plank floors account for only a 4% increase in overall construction. This minimal increase can easily be paid for over the life of the structure in maintenance, heating, and air conditioning costs. Note this photo of a college dormitory room that was gutted by fire, but the fire did not spread to the adjoining units. Therefore, it was a relatively insignificant impact on the structure and the students within. Compartmentation works. We assume that when we send our children off to college to stay in student housing, or an elderly parent to an assisted living facility, or move our family into a townhouse or apartment, that they will be safe. Insist on balanced design for the multi-residential structures of our state. Exceed the life safety requirements by providing additional time to control a fire while sustaining the structural integrity of the building. Protect your community by passing legislation to increase the minimum level of fire safety provided by the International Building Code. Specify that any buildings designed as multifamily dwellings shall utilize concrete-based construction products in the walls and/or floors that separate the dwelling units. Such walls and floors are to be designed in such a manner as to achieve an accredited 2-hour fire rating. Occupants and emergency responders alike are at risk in the event of a fire without non-combustible concrete construction. This video is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Fire Safe Construction Advisory Council, a coalition of concrete-related industries with a mission to advocate for life safety and property protection for multi-residential structures through non-combustible construction.